Bezrat Hashem, B'Shat Mazliach, we're going back, we're continuing in Halachot Shabbat, Siman 252. Today is the 28th of Shvat, Wednesday, the fourth day of the week of Parashat Shabbat, Parashat Truma. Yesterday, we touched the idea that you could give an item, you set aside with Friday with the goy to do a job for you, and he did the job for you now, and Shulchan Aruch told us, and he brings it to you on Shabbat itself. Okay, Shulchan Aruch said you're allowed to put it on if it's clothing, whatever it is. So let's see. Like again, yesterday we said you gave him a laundry, the dry cleaning on Friday, 1 hour before Shabbat, 1 minute before Shabbat, and you told him you need it whenever he's done. Okay, the guy delivers it to you on Shabbat morning, and your suit is dirty. The other one you want to put on this suit. Shulchan Aruch said no problem because you already set up the price, even if you paid for it already, whatever it is. That is not called Chilul Shabbat. Wow, that was a big chidush for all of us yesterday. Rama brought in some idea that it's going to be prohibited to do such a thing, that the goy does for you something. It looks like you hire him to do something for you on Shabbat and the whole thing. So there's going to be a lot of discussion here. Let's go with Mishnah Berurah. Mishnah Berurah, Sif Katan Chav Vav. The rule is, Shulchan Aruch told us, Kol shekatzatz, as long as you set the price prior to the goy commencing the job. As long as there was no prohibition giving it to the goy. Again, you gave it before Shabbat. There's nothing happening here, any isur before Shabbat. But if you gave it to him Friday night after sunset, that would be a problem. Because again, if you give it to him on Friday night, right? You can't just give it to him on Friday night. You're setting things in motion. Let's say even if you have an account. I have an account with UPS, right? I have an account with UPS, and or I have an account with this dry cleaning. Anytime I give him my suit, he knows to charge me $15. So again, I bring it to him on Friday night. I gave it to him Friday night. So it's like you're setting up things in motion. That would be a problem. But if you do it before Shabbat, it's not a problem because you already have the price set. So Shulchan Aruch told us, even though the goy is going to do the job for you on Shabbat, says Mishnah Berurah, this is not similar to what's brought down in Siman 276, right? It's talking over there about a goy who lights the candle or light for you on Shabbat. Even when you pay, you have a lady, you have a cleaning lady in the house or servant, or you have a nanny for your children, right? And she knows that you need fire or whatever it is. If the goy did it for you, lit the candle for you on Shabbat for you, even if you paid him before, it's asur to have any pleasure from it. The acha afal pi sha'Yisrael neena b'vishuto b'melechet Shabbat. So how come over here it's not the same? Over there we say when the goy comes to your house and lights fire for you, that's asur on Shabbat. But over here we said if a goy took your clothing, did laundry for you, and he brought it to you on Shabbat, that's mutar. Why? מכל מקום אין היהודי לא עבד בשבת בשביל הנעת ישראל. רק עדת את הנפש למהר להשלים פעולתו. No. The difference is over there when he's lighting fire for you on Shabbat, he's performing a task for you on Shabbat. For you, specifically. Because why is he lighting a fire candle? He's not like, Rabbi, but I agreed to pay him before Shabbat. You're right. But you agreed to pay him before Shabbat to come on Shabbat to be Mecharel Shabbat. That's asur, we said, right? So your nanny or your cleaning lady or whatever or goy cannot come to you on your house at Shabbat and light a fire. That's asur, unless obviously we're not talking about where the case of a boiler heating system, the whole thing, that will be a different discussion as we already discussed. But here he's coming to light a candle for you just to make sure you have room in your light in your living room to eat food on Shabbat. So he says that would be asur if he's doing it for you specifically. But when you gave him clothing before Shabbat and you set price on the product, so he's not working for you anymore. He's working for that money. So if he's working for that money, then that will be allowed. Okay? רק הדת דנב שידע, אוקיי. מה שאין כן, חתם הדלקתו בשבת הייתה כדי שתשתמש בו ישראל עכשיו. The whole purpose, ולכן אסור. The whole purpose why the guy is coming to light a candle in your house because he wants the Jew to enjoy from it now. And that's going to be prohibited. Number 2, איש מצליח says something. ובמנוחת האהבה, כתב שלדעת מרן יש להקל אב בן נר במקום צורך עם קצץ. He brings down over here that there is an opinion in Shulchan Aruch that says if there is a grave need for that fire, even a goy could come and light the fire for you on Shabbat. ושכן כתב בשו"ת רב פעלים, same thing רב בן איש חי, ובלבד שלא ידליק בבית ישראל, אלא שידליק הנר בביתו, ואחר כך יביאו לבית ישראל עיין שם. So now another rule is over there. Well, let the goy light the fire candle in his house and bring it to the Jew's house with the lit fire already. So that again, but that's already if you want to be more machmir. But yes, if there is a need, a grave need, then a goy could light a candle. We're not talking about pikuach nefesh. We're not talking about pikuach nefesh because pikuach nefesh, even the Jew is allowed to be mechanes Shabbat for pikuach nefesh. So I don't need a goy for that. We're talking about, let's say, there's a tsar, right? The family has a big tsar, or whatever. So there is a way to tell a goy to light a fire for you also in the house on Shabbat. Now today, many rabbanim don't agree with it. There's a big fight about it. Again, each one should ask his rav, local rav, what is allowed, what is not allowed. ולפי זה, גם בענייננו, אם ישראל אמר לאין היהודי סמוך לחשיכה, because says the rabbi, let me give you another scenario where a Jew tells a goy prior to nightfall on Friday night, מדוע לא גמרת מלאכתי? The Jew is asking a goy, why didn't you finish the task that I gave you before Shabbat? We're talking about you asking him before Shabbat also, right? Right before nightfall, right? והשיב לו, אעשה זאת למענך בשבת. Oh, now that was a big mistake because now the goy is going to say, oh, by the way, I'm going to finish it to you in 2 hours on Shabbat. אין החינמי דאפילו לדעת המחבר אסור ללבשו בשבת כמו כן לגבי נר פרי מגדים. Wow. He says like this. If, let's say, this is very common. You need your clothing because today is Shabbat Chatan, right? So you come to the dry cleaning. You already paid. Here in Florida, you pay for the dry cleaning. Here, the halakha l'maaseh. Says Mishnah Berurah, you came to him 10 minutes before Shabbat, start candle lighting, and it's a date. By then, Shabbat is early. New York is 4:15. Here it's 5:15. The stores are open till 7, right? So okay. So now you came to him 5 o'clock. 5:15 is candle lighting. You came 5 o'clock. You say I need that suit. Remember that suit? Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't worry, we're gonna finish it in an hour. I'll deliver it to you. You hear what's going on here? I'll deliver it to you. I'll finish it in an hour. I'll deliver it to you. Says Mishnah Berurah, in that case, even Shulchan Aruch is gonna admit it's gonna be asur to wear that suit on Shabbat. So if you didn't say anything, if there was no discussion, it sounds like you're agreeing with the goy to work for you on Shabbat. That's the problem. Moshe, remember, it's all about the mouth, right? It's all about what comes out of your mouth. So that's the situation here. What's going on? I don't hear anybody.
Yeah, I'm here.
Moshe. Okay, maybe he got disconnected.
Yes, Rabbi.
Rabbi. Okay, so it's all about the mouth. Remember that. You came to the shop, and the clothing was not ready. And the guy tells you, I'll deliver it to you in an hour and a half. We'll finish it soon. Right? So it's like he's telling you he's going to do the job on Shabbat, and according to Shulchan Aruch, you have to stop him. You must stop him. You can tell him, no, you cannot do on Shabbat. So but let's say you didn't say anything, no problem. The guy brings you the clothing. It's prohibited. It's prohibited for you to wear it on that Shabbat. You have to wait till after Shabbat to put it on. Okay?
Even though you didn't say anything.
Right. You're supposed to say something. You're supposed to stop him. He's telling you, I'm working for you on Shabbat. That's asur. Remember, when he's working for the Banyan Shabbat, no problem. But he's working for you now. He's telling you, I'll bring it to you. We'll take care of it right away, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Zeh. We're going to make sure you have it within an hour and a half. We deliver it to your house. That's asur.
Quick question.
Yes.
Sometimes you order something for the kids, right? They're going crazy over it. Oh, my scooter is coming. Ema, when is it coming? When is it coming?
Very good.
Let's say it comes Shabbat morning, right? You don't do anything. You basically just, you have to take it out of the box.
Very good question.
You just open it, basically.
Very good question. Listen. This is the question. Very good question. So we're going to learn about it. The delivery, I think we mentioned something about it, but my Rosh Yeshiva, remember, the rules are like this. If the item is in the city already, in your city, on Shabbat, and if the guy just wants to wait till tomorrow to deliver it to you, before Shabbat, it's in the city before Shabbat, you could break the box. Okay?
What's the difference?
Tchum. Yes. If it's outside of the city, 2,000 amot, and the guy brings it to you on Shabbat, outside of 2,000 amot is asur. Yes.
But 2,000 amot is nothing.
Outside of the tchum, Habibi. Outside of the tchum.
Outside of the tchum.
Right. Okay. Outside of the city. So let's say right now our post office is full of Fort Lauderdale, right? So I check a Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. Where's my scooter? My scooter right now is arrived 4:20 p.m. in my Fort Lauderdale post office. Tomorrow morning it's out for delivery. So lichoira, that will be allowed. You understand? Because it's in the vicinity. It's in the city already. The fact that you didn't get it delivered yet, that's not a problem. Okay, the guy is going to deliver it to you later. It's not a problem. He's not doing any work for you on that item. He's just delivering the product. And we said the product that's delivered here, it's already in the city. That would not be a problem at all. Okay? So if you could check, if you can...
You can rip the box, no problem?
You could break the box. You cannot open it nicely, yeah.
You can break the box? You gotta open it differently.
Yeah, you have to break the box on Shabbat. You cannot open it neatly. There's a big machloket about opening things.
Are there any specific items that you're not, let's say shoes came.
Yeah, of course. We're talking about that. Anything that's allowed to be used on Shabbat, the goy sends it to you, delivers it to you on Shabbat, as long as you know that it was in the city vicinity before the Shabbat, no problem. Okay? But yes, Rabbi Eliyahu, on Shabbat, we don't open envelopes neatly. Let's say a person is waiting for a letter from his loved one, his child in Israel, and the letter arrived on Shabbat. Mistama letters are not delivered Mistama post office already had it yesterday, right? So now you want to open the letter. Your wife is going crazy to open the letter. Come on. So you could open the letter not where it's sealed. You must break the envelope. On Shabbat, if you want to open anything that's sealed, you must break it. And that's going to be allowed.
No matter what, envelope, package, boxes, anything, you have to rip it.
Right. As long as it's something not muktzah, yeah. And you have to know that it was in this vicinity before Shabbat.
Yeah.
It has to be. Today, like right now, I monitor UPS, USPS. You could monitor FedEx. They tell you all the delivery patterns. Amazon, they tell you where the item is. So right before Shabbat, you check where it is. If it's outside of the city, you cannot open it on Shabbat. If it's within the city, yes, you could.
Oh, okay.
Some crazy people have this urge to open their bills. They get a bill from electric bill. They want to open it on Shabbat. What kind of nonsense is this? Yes, they're not making any Avirah. They're opening a bill, but there could be an Avirah of causing themselves suffering. The bill went up from 300 to 700. Yeah, it's going to destroy their Shabbat. So, Michigan, why you open the bill on Shabbat? Okay, anyway. Let's go. Kafchet ve'yesh osrim. Oh, so Rama told us, no, if the goy brought you the item, you gave it to him in 5 minutes. What?
Kafchet?
I'm in Kafchet, Siv Katan Kafchet, yes, Mishnah Berurah. Okay? So Mishnah Berurah says like this. He's explaining Rama. Rama told us that if you gave an item 5 minutes before Shabbat to a goy, a dry laundry, and the goy did a laundry for you and brought it to you on Shabbat morning, Shulchan Aruch says you're allowed to you dress up the clothing. However, because you already set up the price, you already paid for it and everything, so the goy worked for the money, not for you. Rama says no, it's asur. You prohibited to have any pleasure from a goy working for you on Shabbat. And this, you know for sure he did a job on Shabbat. You gave it to him 5 minutes before Shabbat. What are you talking about? For sure he did it overnight. So now he's bringing the item to you. How can you have an ana'ah from a goy that did Malachat Shabbat? So it says, that's Rama. V'yesh osrim. Who is this? Why are they asur? Ta'amam da asur l'Yisrael le'enot b'malacha b'Shabbat b'chol kamne. They hold a Jew is prohibited to have any hana'ah, any pleasure from a goy's work, any work. Because even though, yes, the goy in his mind is working for that money. He's not working for you on Shabbat. But still, lo and behold, who's paying him the money? You. So, okay, you're right. You found the heter, according to this poskim, chas v'shalom. It's still, the job is being done for you. I don't care what the state of the goy's mind is. That's the opinion of those rabbanim who say it's asur. But let's see. Okay. So now, said Ramato, so according to those opinion, what do? They hold, okay. Okay. So Rama says, after Shabbat, you have to wait before you put on those clothing, as much time does it take to prepare this clothing to be ready. So, if it took a goy 2 hours to do the dry cleaning, whatever it is, so 2 hours after Shabbat, you're allowed to put it on once that the clothing, according to those opinion that hold, it's asur to put it on Shabbat. Says Mishnah Berurah, Shabbat. So again, why do we have to wait always these 2 hours? Why? Why do I have to wait even a minute? Shabbat is over. What do you want from me? No, the rule is that if you're going to use it right after Shabbat, right immediately, if we give you that allowance, it's as if you are enjoying the fact that this item was complete on Shabbat. And that's called Melechet Shabbat, that's Asur. ולפי זה בשני ימים טובים של גלויות אם עשה היינו יהודי בראשון מותר בתחילת יום השני בכדי שיעשה ומה נפשך? אם היום הראשון קודש השני חול ואם היום הראשון חול בוודאי מותר ואין חילוק בכל זה בין מי שנעשה בשבילו בין האחרים וספר לעלייה רבה בהקל האחרים. Okay, בקצר. So he says like this. So again, so it's clear to us that it's not a punishment. We want you to have an understanding that you know you're not enjoying from Shabbat right away. So we give you. So it took 2 hours to prepare. Good, 2 hours after Shabbat. 3 hours to prepare. Whatever the time that it takes to prepare the item. You cannot. Let's say people cook by mistake on Shabbat. Somebody woke up in the morning. Baruch Hashem b'nei people are many times in the mood. You know, the mother or the grandpa, the savta. She woke up in the morning and she starts preparing. You know which dish? Well, Eliyahu, what's the best Moroccan dish that takes 3-4 hours to make?
3-4 hours? We don't have that.
Come on.
That's overnight.
No. 3 hours preparation. You chop the vegetables and muliata, right?
The matbucha, maybe.
Nah, matbucha doesn't take so long to make. Come on. Something that.
Which one then?
I mean, you don't tell me that you have to grind the meat to a certain perfection. You have to do the dough to a certain perfection. Then you fold it. By us, it's called mantu. Mantu, it's like how they call it? Dumplings. Like
fried dumplings.
it's not fried, it's steamed by us, right? That's about sometimes 5-6 hours to prepare, by the way. From the beginning, I'm telling you. So this, let's say the Savta got up in the morning, at Shabbat morning, she got up, she thought it was Sunday morning, because she was already dreaming already for the past week, you know, her I don't know, somebody, her relative came from Israel, and now she thinks it's Sunday, right? So she got up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and she's preparing and everything. Good. The son was already in davening in the nets. He went to shul 5:30. He didn't know what's going on. He comes home 8 o'clock, 8:30. He sees what? He sees his mother, the old lady, prepare the whole 2.5 hours meal. He's like, Mama, it's Shabbat. What? Shabbat? You crazy? It's Sunday, she tells him. Shabbat. Okay, so all those food, what's going to be? Honest. This is called honest, shogeg. So this is shogeg. What do we do with this food? Do we throw it out? No, it's asur, lal tashchit. The halacha says if you cooked on Shabbat by mistake, you could enjoy it after Shabbat without a problem. Could freeze everything or put it in the fridge, and now you want to eat it after Shabbat, you have to wait the entire time that she did it on Shabbat in order to eat it now after Shabbat. Again, the same thing, in order not to have any physical pleasure from Melechet Shabbat. Anything that was Mechalel Shabbat, you don't enjoy. Same thing here. If, according to this opinion, you gave him 5 minutes before Shabbat, and the guy went ahead and did for you whatever needs to be done. Now he brings you the tzut on Shabbat. According to this opinion, you cannot enjoy it. Says the Mishnah Berurah, what about Yom Tov? So the halacha is on Yom Tov. There's 2 days Yom Tov in Chutz La'aretz. And the goy did something to you on the first day. So the first day it's asur, because it's Yom Tov. Now, on the second day it's allowed. Why? Because again, if the second day is real Yom Tov, good. So the goy did on the first day. The first day was not a Yom Tov. Good. So it's allowed to enjoy whatever was done on before. Now, what about the other way around? If the first day was asur, was a second day is not a Yom Tov, so it's allowed anyway in all ways. In always. So the Yom Tov, the Rabbi says he will be the second day will be allowed to enjoy whatever the goy did for you on the first Yom Tov for the second. Next, Mishnah Berurah Lamed. Okay, v'im yesh letlot. So now this we're going to finish. Zohar, you have to finish. Okay, let's just finish up with this. Okay, v'im yesh litlot. So the Mishnah Berurah told us, Rama told us, if there is something that you could rely, that what? Yesh litlot nigmar be'erev Shabbat. That maybe the product, the item was done before Shabbat. So what do? The hayesh matzirin b'kol inyan. Because if it was done before Shabbat, even the guy delivers to you on Shabbat, when he delivered to you, he didn't do any avirah. It's not avirah related to the item. He didn't do anything to the item. Yes, he did the avirah, maybe delivering it to you, but there is no avirah. Maybe totza'ah, he took it out from reshut to reshut. That's one avirah, but that will not disqualify the item itself. So the hayesh matzirin b'chol inyan. V'im haya aminal mitukan be'erev Shabbat, rashik tigno v'cheliko b'Shabbat shari. What about shoe polishing? Right? The goy polishes your shoes on Shabbat. You're not allowed to do it, it's asur. But the goy did it for you. Still allowed. Because, why is that allowed if the goy polishes your shoes on Shabbat? Because you could wear shoes without polishing it. It's a good shoe. As we learn the next siman, 253. Okay. מיועדים כלי פשטן שנתן העין היהודי בתחת המכבש בשבת שרי גם כן מטעם זה. What about clothing where, let's say, dry cleaner or clothing what need to be dried on Shabbat? The goy dried it. Can you wear it or not? It was wet before Shabbat, right? Now he dried it on Shabbat. Also going to be allowed. Why? Because again, people could wear wet clothing. The fact that there's nothing happened, the fact that you dried it, you're not changing the cloth itself, right? So
why would it be asur, and I'm saying, what's the chidush here?
Because he light fire to dry your clothing.
I missed it.
He did malacha of drying your clothing on Shabbat. He drove your clothing on Shabbat to your house, right?
So meaning your clothes would dry anyway.
Right.
He did something to induce.
Since that's not gonna disqualify your clothing to be wearing on Shabbat. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen. Amen. Be'ezat Hashem. Those that need to make malacha, go to work, have a lot of siyata d'shmaya, aliyah b'kedusha v'tahora, make a lot of money without any headaches, and only in good health. Be'ezat Hashem.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in, Rabbi Moshe Eliyahu. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Kol tov.